I'm treading slowly on this darkened road, just waiting on the sun to rise. I'm treading slowly on this darkened road, just waiting for another try. Open up the sky so I can breathe again. Open up my eyes so I can see again. 'Cause ever since you left, it's never been the same. Through the smoke I see you wandering like I've never seen you before, looking lost like a child who's never ever been here before. Through the smoke I know you're miles away from Chicago to LA. I'd go anywhere for you. Smoke could disappear in the night.
What's going on, guys? So today I'm gonna bring you a little bit of a different video than airsoft. Today I got my bike here. I ordered a few new parts for it, so I thought it would be fun kind of to take my bike apart, put the new parts I got for it on, just kind of switch it up. I don't really have too much going on with airsoft right now. I'm waiting on a few things before I can really get into a few projects. So I thought I had this project going, so I might as well take you guys along. So today I got a new handlebars for my bike, a new stem, and new tires. So we're gonna go ahead and swap all those out, and hopefully it'll be fun. So here we go. All right, so before I get too into the new components that I got, I'm gonna go ahead and get my old stem and handlebars off, and we're gonna just go from there. And then after I get these off, I'll show you guys the new stuff I got and why I'm excited for it. So we're gonna go ahead and undo the top one. Just drop it on the floor like a pro. Then we're gonna go ahead and undo the two stem bolts. I also need a shorter Allen key. Alright. I switched my camera into manual focus, so hopefully it won't go out of focus. We're going the right way here. Should come up and off. And I'm going to leave everything on the bars right now, just so when I get the new stem bars on, I have everything in order. So I'm just going to place that on the tire there for now, just to keep everything organized. So there we go. I have the steerer tube, and we're going to go ahead and show you the new components. Alright guys, so a few things I got for my bike. I got a new Easton stem, and the reason I got a new stem is because I got some Renthal Fat Bar 800mm handlebars with a 20mm rise. And the reason I had to get a new stem was because my old handlebars were 24.6mm diameter. These are 35, so my stem wouldn't have fit them. There's not a huge selection for handlebars that are 20, whatever they are. They're like one of the smallest sizes you can get. So I wanted to get wider bars because I also have my Trek Remedy, which has wide bars, and these bars feel so short compared to on my Remedy. So I went ahead and got some longer bars for this bike, which we should go ahead and open. I'm gonna have to grab a knife. But so then I had to get a new stem. This should fit my steerer tube. It's a 1 1/8, so this should fit no problem. So we're going to go ahead and install this, and hopefully the new bars and everything work out. And then I also got some new really rugged tires from Maxxis that we're going to put on while we're at it. So I got the steerer tube right here. I got my bike on the floor so I can make sure that my top tube here is sitting right. And I mean, once I get all this stuff on, it'll be all set. Let me just make sure there's not a top or a bottom. I don't really think it matters. We'll make it so the logos go the right way, obviously. So this guy should just slide on. There we go. And then we'll get our top spacer and our top bolt. Grab our Allen key. Start compressing everything together. So do that guy. Make sure everything sits together. Making sure nothing's wiggling. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna set my wheel straight. Loosen this guy up a little bit so we could turn the stem. I'm gonna try to get it as straight as possible right now until we get the bars on. Now we'll tighten the stem bolts. Don't drop your Allen key. That's nice and tight. We'll go ahead and clamp the top bolt down pretty good. Everything seems pretty good. And then I might need a different size Allen key for these guys. Alright, now we can put our bars on. I might actually transfer my grips and everything to the new bar while I can maneuver the bar off the stem here. So we're gonna have to start taking everything off the old bars. Alright, so now that the stem and everything is on, I went ahead and put the bike back up in the air, and we're gonna just start with the grips here. Get these off. It'll be no big deal. Alright, hang that to that side, get rid of the old bars. Alright, so now what we are going to do, and I'm going to slide this stuff on before we get the bars locked into the stem, just because it'll probably be easier to have all this stuff on the bars prior. That goes up and over. Kind of a funky setup. Alright, so I'm not going to lock any of that on. We're going to go ahead and get the front of the stem off so that we can get the bars in solid. And I'll get our bars set. And start this first one. Now we'll do the one diagonal.
I can see again, 'cause ever since you left, it's been the same.
Alright, so let's move the bars kind of where we want. Make sure they're sitting right. Centered. Looks like that's center right there. Alright. Let's go ahead and start the other two here. So there we go. Now you guys can see me a little better. Start this top bolt in. They already ship with some Loctite on them, it looks like. Alright, and then we're going to have to do some adjusting after I get all of them in to make sure the gap is the same on the top and bottom. Because you don't want to put unequal pressure on your bars from your stem. So there's virtually no gap on top here. So we're going to loosen up the bolts on top, tighten up the bolts on the bottom, try to get an equal gap. Keep going a little bit on that one. Gap's looking good. Tighten everything up, make sure all those gaps are good. We'll go around and give them all a nice snug turn. If I can get this one. There we go, back to the top. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. All right. So bars are on, everything is nice and snug. Now we're going to put the grips on because they're going to sit right at the end, obviously. I might have to trim the bars down, but right now that is the length I want them. So we're going to go ahead and get my grips on. I got ODI grips. Clean some of the dirt out. Alright. Those are on. We'll snug up this one first, just because the dropper post doesn't go on this one. Let's have the ODI facing the right way. Might as well. Snug them up. Now I'll go back and really clamp them down. Clamp that one down. And clamp that one down. Lock-on grips just make everything so much easier. And then we'll have that bolt facing the right way. We'll get the dropper post on. Alright. Get the ODI facing the right way. Clamp it down. And if you guys were wondering, I'm using a KS Lev dropper post. So they work, they kind of like coincide with ODI grips. Get that moving right along. So the way I have it, these are really close to each other. We're actually going to get the bike on the floor so I can get my position for my levers all right. And see how everything feels. I want this tipped a lot further down. I think right there is where I'm going to want that. So we'll grab our Allen key to snug up our brake levers. So I want it right there. So we'll snug that one up. Make sure that's on there real good. Make sure nothing's moving. Alright. And then we actually are going to do this side while I have this Allen key in my hand. Alright. So that feels good. I actually think I want this one slightly higher. We'll give that a try there. And we're actually going to rotate my dropper post downward, so I'm gonna have to loosen up the grip over here. Like back up on the stand here, give it some pedals, we'll do some shifts. Alright, looking good. So I'll figure out what's going on with the brake once we start the tires, and I'll do that in a separate video because this one's probably getting pretty lengthy. But there we go, we got the bars all changed, and that's looking really good so far. So let me know if you guys enjoy these bike working videos. I'm always working on my bikes. Hopefully you're enjoying this. This is the first time I changed out the stem. I changed out my fork before, so I have a little bit of experience with what's going on here. But overall, I'm happy with the new stem and handlebars. Everything feels a lot better. I'm probably going to have to adjust things as I try it out. We're definitely going to be putting on the new tires, but I might have to do that after work because I work here in a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video. Hope you learned something. I know I usually do airsoft stuff, but I figured this might be a fun video to do because we're still working on stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed a little bit, and I hope you learned something, and I'll catch you guys later.